Jerry angihambi ngiyi-one ngihamba noDikela uzozi-introduce and then we'll explain everything.
Ubonkosi wakamqwathi abamaziyo bathi ubonkosi ukhosa. Yeah, bafethu siyabonga manje siyabonga. Ningamangali nje sesina-ambusha va. Siuhlelo olusha. We are a new program under the channel yakaMasingita yina.
Of course.
Masingita madoda. Indoda epromoter bonke abantu bamabhizinisi la. Noma ungathengisani le ndoda iyapromoter le. Nomthengisa motivation ikufaka khona la. Ngiyakhona nayibona naye ne-background madoda ukuthi hayi sikaMasingita la. We are a new production under the Masingita channel,
which is a branch.
Ibizwa ngekhona lamajita. Yemadoda soxoxa indaba zethu la khona singeke sijajane bafethu. La singakhulumela ama-points, singakhulumela ukuqonywa, singakhulumela ukuba politically correct.
And prepared speech. Hence even the hashtag says it's not intelligent.
Yeah.
We'll be speaking more from experience which gained us wisdom in a way. So asina script, asina any, but we'll just sikhole phezwayo nje.
Mawumchita or mawucheri ozona nomchita. It is important ukuthi ukungena kule khona ni subscribe kakhulu kuMasingita yina nizosithola la. Phela kwendawo la uzozwa ukukhuluma iqiniso singazange sifuna ukuba politically correct, and it's not for numbers, it's for people abazaziyo ukuthi badinga ukuzwa iqiniso, badinga ukurelate neqiniso.
Of course.
And if there's any questions or anything bafethu ningasabi ukulahlela lapho ku comment box ku YouTube lapho nithi fafa nibuze bafethu or nikhulumeni izitori zenu sizilahlele sizidingide. Fandachi nje sihlangane nje sithi asike sikhulume ngezinto ezidile amajita bafethu. Umuzi nomuzi kukhona indoda ezaziyo ukuthi ayikho la becabanga ukuthi izobe khona by now. And I'm 100% sure you know which there's a delay. And there's plenty of delays. But I'm definitely sure which we can narrow it down to few of the delays. Yakolupungana ngasho nje one of the delays is gone. So guess I had to wait
and we had like a 30 minutes long phone call conversation. Some of us almost cried out of the frustration. And it's realization. I think the truth will sober you up. You get to realize the fact that you have been delayed out of love and by sacrificing so much of yourself. And it's one thing one of my friends besikhuluma ngayo lento ukuthi like your sacrifice not ukuthi ubalela abantu, you understand? Not ukuthi ubalela abantu. And then mawuceda lapho ngithi kuye mangimkhuthaza ngithi no ndoda manje ndoda wapheli yahleka lento. Yaphela nami noJesu akakabuyi. Yabona ayaphela. So there's quite a number of delays. I personally ngingadelay lento le gratitude. Like I was addicted to the drug le yokuthi ngithi thank you and also receive thank you in return. I think it gave me personally the thrill or the adrenaline to say let me do more.
Yeah.
Let me do more. Yeah. But you realize masenkwatile masenqabeni ukuthi no akawukupa mos. That's what they say. Nakawukupa.
Uzifakile umuntu.
Yeah, uzifakile and ngicela ukuthi ndoda ngicela ungenzele sona. And then that's where soqala khona ukuthi after all that I've done for you. Ayikho into engamenzelanga yona. Ayikho into ungayenzelanga yona umndeni. I think most of our delays, especially as males, they stem from our families.
Yeah.
Why? Because of the fact that sifuna ukuzenza bo Moses, we prematurely appoint ourselves or impose ourselves kuleyo position ukuthi ngifuna ukuba uMoses, because I think we're responding mostly from ika esibenazo as individuals. For the fact ukuthi ukhuluma nobhokoli one, uzwenza sure ukuthi bonke abaza ngasemva kwakho each and every month. Yabona makufika a certain season mele bathenge impahla. Makufika a certain season mele bathenge, and then the ultimate goal or aim would be that mabana lezi zinto lezi, they won't have confidence issues, they won't struggle at school, trauma. And when they don't produce the results or correspond to the obligations of those premiums that they've been harvesting from you as their elder brother and so forth, uba frustrated. Whereas we talk to foster into umuntu angayifuni.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And then another delay, it's the fact that we try so much to correct the narrative. They know and they are clear when they do the things that they did. And then it's so unfortunate that we spend so much time with our mothers than we did with our fathers. So we can get the story from their own perspective. Because half the time sithola izinto ngabo from the fact ukuthi from the perspective yaka mama makasakaventa kuwe akhala wanting abantu bazoiphakama ufuna iphakama and mawufuna isiphakama angeke umtshene iside lakho elibi uzomtshela iside lakho eli-right yabo and then urealize umntana seka-realize at the later stage when a mother now interferes too much relationship yakho or marriage because of the fact that she's now afraid of the fact that yes sekamdala kodwa lo muntu lo kudala bakhe sengizolahlekelwa indoda le ebengizicreatele yona engakhona ngikuyicreator ngobaba wakhe noma ngoba any partner yakhe any partner whom or she deems to be important, even especially from the father. You end up becoming the father of your mother, you end up becoming the father of your siblings. Ungakazi nokuthi umntana wenziwa kanjani kodwa ubaba
so sebake bakubiza uzokhulu sekumele uzokhulu kodwa uzokhulu andile
I'm disappointed angithandi yeah
ile ntuzane ekhruwet yenzakalayo kule nto ekhulumayo it's one of the biggest delays ezamaphupho wama-out ingenza ngibe nombuzo oyi-one ukhona umama oke wakhuluma nendodana yakhe wathi ubaba ku-right nami nginamaphutha mntanami ukhona umama oke wamukela nje iphuthanyana nje kancane okay asali time li-wrong ulibonile li-wrong ulibonile libalekile ukhona nje la umama oke wathi thanje wathi hayi mntanami nami kuphi bengifrustrateana or nami kuphi bebamhlupha abobhuti bami okwabakho njengoba balekile wakushiya so I'm yet to hear that and ingathi iyahamba from generation to generation kukhona into ebengikhala ngayo ukuthi sometimes we hate what we have become ngingafuni ukuthi siye kude sibale la already sesinabantwana nabantu esingabashadanga nabo baba bethu bayenza the same thing kuphi bashiya amawoledi kanjalo njalo but at some point ukawakhuluma njenge-hero because you were not in a position yethema lakho ukhuluma njengotansweni but I hate a man who does this. I hate you. You've even advocated for certain things zokuthi abo baba babalekile they should be destroyed blah 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 and then you see almost every soap kunala timer lizovela seline-cancer or liqamba amango line-cancer and worm his way back endlini wachecka notice most soapies we have seen there's a part where the father is coming back,
of course,
and where the child is trying to give Ubaba a chance back, and the mother is not okay with that, and then later on, Ubaba vela mpotlo vela qamba manga to the cancer, blah blah blah.
To touch on that as well, I think going back to our parents, our mothers in particular, they won't say when they were still for the streets about their area. Always, it also shows you also when you look into the concept of marriage, like from the female perspective, they try by all means to hide their past. They told Tuja. That's why it's easy for them to relocate. It's easy for them to relocate. They won't tell you ukuthi nami mntanami ubaba uhambile so. Ngekho right man. Bengamanga kahle in terms of isimilo. They told Tuja isimilo sami singekho right. They won't say that. Uzoqala khale. Yebo. And it's an emotional blackmail ubuya kulo muntu loyo. And maqala khala sober touched,
Yeah.
that's our soft spot.
I mean, a lot of men have apologized because of Puminyembes. Floppy. Bekumnandi labo khona. Besiwa. Yeah, hleli la uma singita lapha la ubhungani ziyawa mawufika endlini bese uza umuntu ebusuku la mina ngikho happy uzinothi ixolisa if ngaba nomuntu okubuzayo ukuthi uxoliselani.
Yeah.
The honest truth inhliziyo yaphendula ukuthi ngixolisela ukuthi bengihleli noma singita no Jerry and bekumnandi and ngitaka kamnandi enoma uyakhala
ufuna ukumbona khaya.
Yeah. Inesphazamiso esikhulu we progress yethu because to be quite honest thina particularly abodaki asina lento abayibiza ngama interpersonal skill.
Of course
asina social skill. Yabo. Now as we are trying to do lento eyenzwa belungu ukuthi sibe ne-impact in each other's lives and efanele yenzwa bobaba kuqala.
Of course
uyayithola lento le si-network. No, we are being separated from usasemncane uthi uyasebenza uqala ukusebenza kukhona umzali wakho oyi-1 ozokutshela ukuthi sowukhulile manje fanele uyoshada yekela abangani. Uthi yekela abangani mara umngani wakho akekho umuntu noyi-1 onomngani othema kalobolo umngani akalobolo yabo umngani akakhulelwa. Yeah, mara kuthiwa yekela umngani uzokwazi ukulobola and immediately mawulobola you are isolated from the world and opportunities.
And kumngani you don't have to like put in a facade or impress.
No,
you don't
have to.
We can sit as amajita and talk for hours. endaweni for instance saya lapha kubo Masingita once invited us like extension.
Yeah.
A typical example ungithole ngixoxa nabanye abantu engicela ubabona.
Yeah.
Masingita aloka busy some. I never told them about who am I, ngenzani and what not. I didn't feel the need to put in a facade or to like name drop.
And exactly. Isn't sure.
No.
What do you do for a living?
No. No one did that. And also going back to your point, Oyenzile, about Abobaba Babuya back. I told you must apologize. They don't apologize per se. It's about cartel. Now they know what I did. The only regret is the fact that my kids are now like traumatized. I thought like they're trauma in a way. They missed out on having me as their parent. But I think there's something about growing up, especially Sumchita. You tolerate you become intolerant of nonsense. So much so that it's okay for people to badmouth you. It's okay for people to view you in a negative light and call you a dog. And as I grow up, I now tend to understand the absence of God and why we pray and say, Our Father who art in heaven, not who art on earth. Yeah. It's a sobering reality.
I mean, imagine if bekahleli la thuka njalo. Naye uNkulunkulu uzamile le ndlela yakhe. Here's the painful thing. Ekufanele si understanding ngathi sis out. Siyithombe zabo baba bethu.
Yeah.
And sihlele sikhuluma sifuna ukwenza izinto ezi different but ngeke sikwazi ukwenza izinto ezi different because siyithombe zalabantu. Yayibona. Nayi indaba la. Uzoshintsha kanjani ukwenza izinto ukuthi awuzange ufundiswe ngomuntu wesifazane ngokweqiniso. Sitshelwe ngobaba ngokweqiniso ukuthi ubaba wakho uyabheda ini number 2 number 3 ubaba wakho unje. Asitshelwanga nokutshela ukuthi mina ngumama wakho ngibe wrong kanje. You'll come across a woman naye uzoba wrong kanje na kanje. Which is why we see in the GBV.
Yeah.
And most men abashaya abantu besifazane banaba single parent abomama. They were raised by women.
Yeah.
So they thought every woman is like their mother.
Of course.
Now to their surprise, kukhona umuntu ohlukile kunomama wakhe. So what do you do more surprised as a man? Funny must surprise. Domunye reaction yake ukulwa. Why are you not like my mother?
Beat you into
so the biggest delay is that we are being told with so khulile tata. Mara we're not being told. Ukuthi kunezinto ekufanele ube yizo mayothatha. Another delay, and I always say it, and even ngathi ngikhohlakele mangikhuluma kanjalo. Another way of supporting your man if you're a woman, don't be pregnant.
Of course.
Support. The best way of supporting this man, so then uzothi it takes two to tango. Now irresponsibility yakho, now iba indoda, angithi now lala nami. No, take contraceptives. That's a way of supporting me. And when you said to me, no, there are health reasons. Is it healthy to have a child now or no baba onganamali?
It's not healthy.
So would you rather uyekele ukujova uthi kuyanginonisa than ukuzowondiswa ubaba onganamali? Now we're being second mothers now. So mama base too, because we don't have money.
Okay. So now in light of that, my question would be then, what about a woman? This is so good. What about a woman? Asika shower is cut, a biological clock. Look at how frustrated they are to themselves for the fact that they've been bogoting throughout their lives, and now they only realize now because bafuna to adjust to their time.
Yeah, that's another thing. Engikhala ngayo manje ekufanele siringe samachitene singayilena le mfethu. Mawe out uyazazi ukuthi ufunani. Mayingakahlangani awuyekela ukuzihlanganisa nezinto ezingakahlanganisi. If imede yakho ifuna umuntu onenyuko. I've always said nalapha ku Mr. Right, it's just that some of those things ngizisho ngihleke and people think these are jokes. Yebo. Uthola umuntu ahambise ngepace yakhe.
Yeah.
All of a sudden so changeile manje. So vanga le pace yalomuntu. And maso vanga le pace yalomuntu. So baba bongahlanganela. Umntana wakho uzoba kumemeza athi baba uzosogibela imoto kaBaba omusha. You understand? Because you uzongena emotweni kaBaba omusha. Badla ipizza. You understand? Badla ipizza uyawalka uze lapha yana because awumanga waqina kulento okuyo. It is the sole responsibility. Why irresponsibility yakho as a man ungablenywa as a collective? But when umuntu esifazana angahambanga kahle ni blenywa as a collective. You are no one prekis. When you fail as a man to be successful or ungasebenzi uyavila apha. Bowenzana amanye amadoda asebenza. Uzomphendula kanjani umntana akho masekana 18 athi baba abanye abantwana mabe nabo baba aba rich. Wena uwenzana. You are being a second mother. You are always available. You are always present. Ubaba njani ukhona nichikwa nomntana nichikwa nichu usikakhutla busiku kumntana akukhutla busiku no nawe umntana uze ukwazi ukukhuluma nje ngomfweni athi ha baba ngizokuxwayisa kumama.
Umama makabuye emsebenzini thothi wena usebenza ngibafuna awusebenzi.
You are present.
Makabuya sinatatazela nokho
nomntana
mama kiyo.
You delay. How do you accept in the which umuntu ozwana naye? Yes, Tina, we were born to love. We were born to love. Yeah, in and give. Because that's why nano muphethe imali ufike endaweni ufike uthi masingithi bapha abantwana.
Yeah.
Because sinale spirit sokuphana sinokufata Christmas angeke uze kujoke no matter Christmas noma ungayakuphi yebo because sinale sasandla lesi sokuphana uyayithola lento le. Now yes sizojola siyahlangana evarsity siyajola. Now since ngikutshela ukuthi ngizoba ngifuna ukwenza psychology because I love people and I want to do this, I want to achieve that, and sizoba nomntana mase ngiqedile ukutoha. Or awukhulumi nangomntana, ukhuluma ngecareer yakho. Baby ngizokwenza grand mase si right. And then someone decides, boom. That's one of the delays ezigcwele la. Amachita asebenza la ngafuni khona because go and ask any man okuka izinto itina or any man ose bank ufika ubuza ibank teller eliyindoda ukuthi usebenzelani la. Are you here by default or because you wanted to be here? Uzokutshela by default usipanelani abantwana bami.
Ngawuzwa enye out la ngasemakhosini i-construction isipana kwenye house. So yazi yakhala
azakhala impilo
manje abangani baye bandlula bathi ala hawo welsaphola ufresh. And it's funny like how we get the way into sisipanayo ngakhona ne ukuthi sithola imali. But mawuqeda ukuyithola the first thing that you think of, you even forget about the pain. The humiliation that you went through. Ngikhumbula ngasikhathi ngisasifana la penal beat akaba teenage. Yabo. So the humiliation that you go through. Kushisa ilanga nanani party mawudla imali angithi uyageza bageza and iphele sozifok on.
And emntwini esifazane
akekho umuntu.
We've all been humiliated. Bengihlala evenini ibhekeleni la ngibhekile. Siku traffic basibhekile la. Kuyabanda. Siyosipana kaFaisal sibuye kaFaisal. Waqeda ukuthola imali iyakuba. Now why are we not choosing ukuthi siqale ngalento esiyifunayo? All I'm saying, let us be selfish ngento esizifunayo ngoba eventually when we get them sizobuya sizospenda na. But umfazi ojahile makathole indoda eseyiphumelele. Ojahile angijahisi. Why azokujahisa? And umfazi ofuna icomfort akathole indoda efuna ukuhlala phansi. Indaba yokuqala thina manje sitshela ukuthi sizophana ngequality time. Siquality singakabi nezinto. Because equality time imnandi mohlele ebalcony.
Naleyo mali leyo mele ulokucephula.
Ngiyadiscussa
before ngizobhatala. As long as nisadiscussa before ubhatala ibill.
Ubuza ngama price.
Uyazi ukuthi awukakabi right.
Asakabi right.
For the mere fact that we argue ukuthi wamthiphe ngemali engaka. Hayi ushawa uyakhahlela ngaphansi
udlala ngemali.
Udlala ngemali. Uyazi ukuthi hayi asakabi right.
Equality yani le.
I think the fact of the matter is that money allows you to be the father that you have to. It allows you to be the man that you have to. That's why you'd find that yes, they would argue and say money, you have to have your own confidence, but it sustains.
Amazwi omfazi okufaka ekagini la uthi angifuni imali yakho. Amazwi omfazi okufaka ekagini all right ozitholele ingozi. Akekho umfazi ongathanda imali. Akekho umfazi ongafuni ukukhithwa. Yidaliwe le nto imali efanele iyoyenzela abafazi bajabule. Lo mfazi lo wathi baba kuratela or wena urata runa le bokang wana runa, you are always there. I don't care ngoma singita.
You spiritualize.
Trust me. Umfazi wakho waqala wasebenza. And abona amadoda anenyuku out there. I'm telling you. That's why Kanye West wathi angisho ukuthi uyiskeveresh, but she ain't messing with no broke nigga.
Of course.
You understand? She's not messing with broke niggas. Access keveresh. It's just that amantombazana ebusweni bethu bazositshela lento abasitshela ukuthi basifake ekitchen lokuthi ngihambe ngiyothatha i20 rand ngibuye ngizomnika yona lokho okuncane. But ngithwanga ekimratela yona lintwe enyanyana uyayikhisa. Uyindoda enjani efuna ukukhisa inyanyana? Stick to your plan. Ngeke uthola ama indecent proposal.
Angazi ngai, like to add on that, there's this episode series Leo Masinta khulume ngai adulting. I was watching the recent episode yakho. This lady unomntana nale outie lady. So throughout the episodes, you realize, you think that she hates the guy. She doesn't hate the nigga. She really loves the nigga. But the issue with
he's pro.
Alright.
Yeah, he's pro.
He told Teja, she even confessed with I'm sleeping with someone that I don't love. Let's do it for the kid. For Imani.
I-item auctionwayo, it's called a lot. Go to a dictionary. It's called a lot. That item is auction. Whether it's your car, whether it's your house, it's called a lot in the language of auction. And women are a lot. You understand? The highest bidder goes home with her.
Of course.
So it depends on what she needs at that time. If she needs a man with money, the highest bidder on a man will take that woman. If she needs a man olalelayo, the top listener, the one who even listens to shit and bullshit, uzohamba naye. If she wants an available man, the most laziest man, it's sokugcina sizohlala laphayana siloko simnesa singanamali uzohlala lapha, which is why most women, they don't mind going to work and coming back. Akayichiki leyo ndoda. In actual fact, that's what she has always wanted. She's always wanted a man who will slave around.
That's a dumping side.
Yeah. There are many men now. Bamgaya itransi, bamgaya inyuku, bamgaya everything. Uyahlala akana plan. Bamgaya inkauza, yabona, une-20, unenyuku ekota, unenyuku yana iphelele la Wednesday bodli. You understand? Bambhayela i-T-man, truest man leya uyifakile lela bhandi leya. Umfake DH le yakhe bambhayela identity yakhe. That guy le made le ayina problem ukuthi bathini ngendoda yakhe. Unokuthi awushame skepsele unantsanga methi kanti uyayibona ukhuluma ngendoda yakhe azayizale leyo ndoda leyo. So that woman wants that. So do not want to bid. Would you want to go and auction Guma Ferrari wena manje? You know you don't qualify. So do not auction on women abahambile. If imedi yakho ithi amanye amadoda ayaphila out there, mayahambe. Trust me, abamfuni sekana 35. Abamfuni seka above 25. Abamfuni uhlele nawe uyakuchoose.
Uyakhumbula nalento okhuluma ngayo wathi kwavele ngathi uthuka ama-80s wathi anetrauma labantu.
Too much.
Apartheid.
Too much. Everything.
Zonke lezi zinto lezi. Ama-90s.
Yabona and leyo nto leyo ngifuna ukuyicacisa kahle. Late 70s, 80s and 90s. Kunenkinga egrot da. Engadress. Akuna history da. Alikho holiday la yenzwa into yenzakele ngama-90s, ngama-80s, ngama-2000. Alikho neliwa. We have people who have never fought for anything.
Of course.
And these are the most confused people. These are the most people abazijho I understand. And then when we categorize them, ama-90s, go for it. They afford to get cars, they afford to get houses.
Of course.
Ama-80s abo-Moses, bayasindwa, bawela ngale sebawele, bakhathela ama-80s. And bayazibulala futhi bakhathela. Ama-late 70s, abazitholanga. Kujampiwe abazitholanga. That's why most ekhona basesiphoyiseni ama-teacher ama-late 70s. You understand? So and it's mostly carriers that they went to them by default. And they're comfortable in them. They're even waiting for their pensions. You watch us as men now. Most of us as men, we are in it for the pat on the back. Some approval junkie. We want to be approved. Everything that we do, we want.
It's so addictive.
It's addictive, and we are being delayed. That's good. That's good.
Is it fair to accept that we are suckers for validation?
Absolutely.
That's what we live for.
We are approval junkies. We are junkies. In fact, some junkie junkie we tick or we nyaupe.
That's why you find that you buy the most expensive car. Go to Ngama weekends, you spend it in the township.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because my sister who
it's a norm.
It's a norm. That's why everywhere. Even nabantu besifazane manje umshado bawufunela ukuthi ngelatshwa litsatsi lichabile. You understand? That is why there's plenty of divorce out there. Yebo, singaze sifake negama lesilungu elisho ukuthi kuningi, it's a plethora of divorces. It's vast, yeah. And everyone is Einstein now. Dala ipodium bephi umuntu qualified for you. Ukuthi kuyoma yena. Now every single person, every single guy can stand here and come and tell us yonke le rubbish akafuna ukusitshela yona, and then go back home with the reality ukuthi akekho mnandi la khona. Most men asikho mnandi la sikhona, but we can stand, and we are standing in many podiums. Go to Facebook now. A guy ongakwazi ukuhlanganisa isibalo for umntanakhe, uyaadvisana. Siya-advisana nje, siya-advisana. Mongathi bheka uvula ibhizinisi yemasingite erakusho wathi bantu batla wethe yemasingite. Kukhona umuntu ongana physics. Yabona, ongana economics. Right now, mongambuza what's inflation, there's an issue. What's economy? Can you define economy? No. Men are not taking care of themselves. We are not taking care of ourselves. That's why senze khona la manje. So khona iqiniso ukuthi kahle sisadlala.
Angithi that's because we still need to detox from quite a number of things.
Yeah.
That we have been socialized into. Nalento leyo ukuthi sympathizing with people to your own detriment at the end of the day. So we have to ask our parents. Boils down to that. To say, I understand ukuthi kuyanyiwa ngoba ubaba akekho. Kodwa wena, what was your part? What role did you play in this? Uyayithola nje umuntu akavela aphume nje ngasendlini because ufuna ukuphuma ngoba ubhorekile.
Exactly.
Like that. Angazi, I think it's cut. That's right. Okay. But we were pretty much giving you an introduction into the talks that we're going to like topics that we're going to delve into. And don't be surprised by the fact that ours are not scripted. We are not giving intelligence. Cool. But to summarize the whole talk, I think I would say it's important for us to emphasize these talks and to adopt the young ones. They talk and teach them about those things. Uncensored truth. Tell them everything that they need to know. I for one, am also still learning other things. And let's all learn together.
It's very important.
Be honest and tell them about your faults. Okay? Yes, there are so many things that we do prematurely.
Yeah.
And we have to accept that and discuss that. So what would you say that, or you wanted to add something?
Yeah, no,
okay. No, to summarize the whole thing, what's the take home point? What are the take home points insofar as the delays? I know we haven't exhausted the topic.
Yeah, there's plenty of delays.
And so forth. We're still going to talk about marriage, we're still going to talk about independence, we're still going to talk about feminism, masculinity, family structure, legacy planning.
Look, at the end of the day, we want people to understand this. Because we are seeing what's happening, my podcast would go into plenty of things where they are running away from whatever it is economic on niggas one. Going to politics, entertainment and everything, you understand? For numbers, they would interview influential people. Now what we're saying here, it's ordinary people, normal people,
of course,
people who are not being paid by agents or who are not looking to be politically correct. Sizokhuluma namachita wethu wasekazi, sizokhuluma namachita wethu sewaphumelele, because asikhulumi kuphela nabantu abasokolayo abangakaphumi, sikhuluma nomuntu ophumelele okhulume amanga. Because what we have here is a problem yokuthi sine system esilwisayo,
of course,
siyabotaki sisathi sisazama ukunderstand ukuthi nabo abafazi baya ku-feminism, abafazi bayasiphikisa, imindeni yabo iyasibhayizisa, yabona sisabheke lokho, abodadewethu nabo bayabheda, sisanake lokho,
And
basitshela ukuthi sisabheke lokho asikakaqedi basitshela ukuthi sibize omunye umuntu ngeshi or sim-identify nge-they. We are confused manje. Asikakaqedi ngalaba. Asikakaqedi ngokukhulisa abantwana because we didn't ask for them, most of these children. We didn't ask for. Most men will tell you ukuthi angizange ngicela incosi yami. You understand? Ivumbukile. Yabona? And then umuntu esifazane makakhulise incosi ayi-1 yaba successful kuthiwa uyimbokodo. Makayikhulise ayi-1 yangabi successful kuthiwa i-absence kababa. So there's no way la ubaba zo-uploadwa khona. Ma uwenze kahle kini as indodana kuthiwa umama wakho ukukhulise kahle.
Yeah.
So even if wenzani noma ngabe wenzani akunala wena as indoda ozothi yazini uyacelebrate as a man. Yabona? Which is why alikho ilanga lamadoda. Kuthiwa no, they've been men before. So what is there to celebrate?
Celebrate ukuthi baya walk.
Yeah, we're celebrate.
I mean, it's human nature.
I mean, it's human nature. They have to do it. If we have to do it, why bafuna gender equality? If they have to do it, if what we are doing is very simple, or if what we're doing doesn't need to be celebrated, why are you fighting to be in the positions as tizen? There's soft. Or NG.
There was this organization ebizwa asikhule ngokulima. Yes, khona la Orange Farm. I think I was part of it 2016. So kwenzakalani in our inroads eventually because besingakhona they get a contract, ispan kahle kahle. Bayakhethwa for ispan and then so ukuthi bazofaka iskontiri nanani. It's hard labor. You know ukuthi the females bebagijimela imshanelo.
Yeah. The flag.
Yeah, the flag. And it was a norm.
Yeah.
The guys were not complaining. I saw them because now I was not able to work there.
Yeah.
As I was passing, I could see how are you accepting this, guys?
Yeah.
Because you are going to get paid the same amount. They wanted to have access to equal opportunities, but the effort thereof that they're exerting, it's not equal to the amount that they're going to get.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a case of accountability. Men are being told to take accountability and responsibility. We even turn against each other and say, take accountability. You watch a woman come telling a man ozama ukuvuyisa out ukuthi ukhuluma kanjani nakhona. Athi no, kodwa wena egcineni fanele ube indoda. And there's never a time la athi fanele ube indoda kanjani. Yabo, kufanele ngabe ube indoda, kufanele ngabe uthathe responsibility, wasupport umntana wakho noma ngabe bayala ngaye, wamsupport.
It's like
Let's manje I was arguing ngayo lento leyo. Ebandulo uma ngabe ukhulelisile bekulethwa lo mntana lo okhulelwe kuthiwa hlala ngithi uzenzela umfazi hlala naye. Why ingane zethu zikhulela le mabalethe babone ukuthi kuyoke kube nelanga la indoda ifona khona ethi kunzima ngelapkini
ngicela.
Mababuyisa abantwana bethu. Mangabe bayi10 abantwana onabo mababuyisa.
Angeke ukuthi kintate kimmemo.
Angeke uzuthi indoda kintate.
In actual fact, you will be confident. You'll be confident. Like you will raise a confident child.
Yeah.
Nothing beats that. Knowing Uti, my father has my back.
Yeah.
Not Uti, my father is always here. My father has my back.
How many women abathanda leya movie there In Pursuit of Happiness? Have you seen a woman posting that?
No, they won't.
Like
They won't.
But Tina says, for colors and what. We even post and we celebrate women. No, it reminds me of my mother.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my mother. The one thing mina engikhulumayo nemeli endlini iwani ukuthi mfethu asithandane at our best.
Yeah.
Yabona sithandane futhi at our lowest. Meaning that ungathi I must accept you for who you are, but you don't accept me for who I am. And number 2, I cannot give you quality time now I'm not where I want to be, but because ngiserious ngokuba nawe empilweni yami ngicela sihambe le chain
because ngiyakubona ngathi
ngiyakubona, yeah.
uzoba patient,
but more than that your support should be me ukuthi ngingabheke emuva kube nomsindo.
Of course
yabona siyamadoda sidlozi elikhulu engafuni ukuthi abantu abangafuni ukulihlonipha manje kodwa mabeya kulobunyanga babatshela njalo ukuthi umkhulu awubani manje abayizangoma ngobuningi
babizwa ngabomkhulu,
abobani abaningi abafazi abayesangomeni bathwasile balokubatshelwa ngomkhulu babizwa ngomkhulu. You understand? Ngoba sidlozi eliqinile uyayithola fanele sinakekelwe siphathwe kahle ukuze sikwazi ukuba mabutho right, but it's not being done because kukhona umuntu oletha i-agenda la babafundisa ngepatriarchy sebayijoyinile, feminism bayijoyinile, they don't even know where that comes from. Nathi samadoda sikhulumana kabi eradweni amadoda wa-advocate for thina,
they crush you.
Yeah, amadoda wa-advocate for thina. I'm yet to hear a man eradweni who's a DJ okhulumayo ukuthi mara niyakhathaza bafethu.
They are being funded by women.
Yeah, they're being funded by women.
Being funded by the feminist movement. Exactly. That's the fact of the matter. I think one of the things that we need to communicate as well is the importance of having foresight as a man.
Yeah.
A sober vision or foresight. Foresight in the sense that no matter what happens, you understand? No matter what happens, if usulotshile or so kwenye into, you'll be hungry at this moment.
Exactly.
You'll be hungry and you won't look good. You won't be appealing to the eye of people who are waiting to see what is. You won't be appealing to the friends of your woman. You won't be appealing. You won't look appealing to the community. You won't be appealing to the family. But you'll never hear a father of that very same woman if the father has the truth in him, saying, "I now we are begezela lo muntu wakho akananto." But if they saw, oh, this person is going somewhere, when you have foresight, it somewhat mutes our voices. Uzobabona bonke bakhuluma. That's why even after that, you don't go back and say, so you are happy about bless abantu lapho. Ukhopha yonke into beba.
Look at the difference between Tina and abantu abarich. The wealthiest men, have you ever seen or heard bakhuluma ngokuthi ngiyangalalela someone? They always tell you ukuthi ngiyangalalela my instincts.
Of course.
I listen to what I focus. You'll never hear umtsipa thethiswa ukuthi ubuye ebusuku. Sithethiswa nje ngoba sihleli asinamali.
Anti bafuna sibuye nayo.
And asina structure. No, asina structure.
Yeah.
Indaba yokuqala thina we don't have a map yala siyakhona. Phezulu kokuthi singana map asizinzanga kuleyo nto leyo. Yebo. Ilihlo lesithathu uba nalo. Mangabe so uyazi ukuthi fanele uyenza. We are not telling each other that. Instead if we sing it does this you want to beat him at that. We are competing amongst ourselves and someone is winning whilst we're doing that. Yebo. Masiko sichithela utshwala emawashini naseyicathuleni. You understand? It's solely because we act like baboons whenever there's women. Yebo. Because you don't have a structure.
It speaks to also our emptiness in terms of vision, in terms of like our future prospects. Of course, mawuphilela la yonke into ozoyenza lokuzwenza. That's why you find yourself behaving like a monkey, like you said. Sichitha utshwala senzani. Zonke lezi zinto lezo. But the long short of it, as you put it, again, we still have a long way to go. And then more than anything, it requires honesty. Honesty takes balls. I
can tell you now, the way you wake up in the morning, we won. I was nigga, you don't have enough balls to stay alone for 2 hours and tell yourself if I would, Mara, ngobongozi ngcineni ukufunda incwadi. Our emptiness reigns from that.
Of course.
Ngcineni ukufunda umuntu ongidlulayo. But ngcineni ukucabanga ngomuntu ongangisa phambili. Ngcineni ukukhalela. Letha lo ukukhalela. Yazi into esizikhalela ilezi ama distraction lawo weyibunu.
And as last ibu.
Mona ibu lezimfethu. Mawuthi ku Twitter uthi it refresh.
And basiphe.
Nasi sibona ukhwaqa sayathola imfeka. Esimpekile uqole
ziyashayina ne.
Zishayina.
Ziyaqhemezela.
Uze ethi umfazi wakho mayindlolo uthi sampunga nyana lesi sadlula sikaXoli.
Uyadlala
umfeka lapha. Uthi that distraction, Tina, we don't have balls to look at ourselves and fight nama demons with.
I think that's why you find ukuthi instead of accountability, my mom always says, "Na hakisibuni nkupele tshwarela," which is something that most women do. If they have wronged you, they won't sit you down and apologize. One, they will insult you. If they fail to insult you, number two, bazokupa the cake.
Yeah. Oh,
I actually see them.
Ukabona nawe sesube kuthanga naso nawo ungaphindi wakube ngithanga naso ungaphindi uyenze sekalala ngqunu all of a sudden mara sinzalala nge-1 picture namadlebe enomzili wanje
bayazi ukuthi vele that's how
we are easily distracted because into enkulu esenzakalelayo sicabanga ukuthi si right ngoba sihleli ne community ethi si right lencanyana le community
of course
yabo bazothi right ngoba naku une degree and then wahlala labathi right khona wazifundisa ukuhlala labathi right khona wenza omunye umbhedo ongazwakala uyi out
njalo
yebona le
nto basaba lokuthi wrong because they've given you like put you on that pedestal as a person.
And this is a saswabi manje. We are in era where some are out. Some are cheating. We resort to jokes. We resort to advising people. We resort to making people think that you are intelligent. We resort to having many chicks around us. And that makes us look good. And then we resort as wonke umuntu manje ufuna ukuba yitsotsi manje mawuthi sestradeni wonke umuntu uzibiza ngephanda wonke umuntu uzibiza ngehustler awasekho amadoda athi fanele ngiyosebenza as an engineer fanele ngiyolentuzana yabo ama different income streams. Everyone is preaching that.
Of course.
Yebo azathengisa amascope asemsebenzini umuntu ngoba afuna ama different income streams. Asilethele inyongo yamascope mele support support utakhe omunye abhala ikipa ziyabhalwa zigcwele ikipa siyazigqoka la mawusifaka emshinini sidle ezinye ikipa because akusiyo into yakho because uzwe lezinto zonke lezi awusafuna ukuzi-identify
and measure equality.
Yeah, you understand? We are not honest to ourselves. And those balls are zikho zokuthi simele into yethu.
Don't you think that it also stems from the fact that when you look at these other tribes, because I'm aware of the time now, let's shy. Like when you look at these other tribes, I think the reasoning behind us having to stomach those kind of like brands is because of the fact that they come from the school of thought with Afrikaners, so and so. They created a safe space for these other companies to fail boldly and protect the failure, despite the fact that they're offering like their clients or the very same clients a nonsensical customer service and so forth. But they say we want to protect you until you become fully matured, so that you won't make these mistakes. You learn from those mistakes. Do we create room for those brands? Do we create room for those kind of like entrepreneurs?
Here's what happens. Your question is very important. Sike sayixoxa noma singida first episode magazagimi yokukhuluma nami lapha. Ngathi a platform is there. Trust me. If we can go and buy Gucci, if we can go and buy everything that we are buying currently, yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Now, there's no way which is change impahla zethu. There's no way which is change our products with. But the question is there consistency? Is there collaboration?
Okay. Upegela in I1.
Do you understand? Okay. Now, imagine Orange Farm, already Orange Farm, with a little population in I. Orange Farm, I don't think they even get to 200,000. You understand? The population here. Why go na t-shirt brand I10?
More than 10.
Yeah, why? You understand? Why go so a podcast I7?
Okay.
Because the podcast will finally be one, be a platform. Then go na channel, go na channel, go na production and channel. Is that not what is being done? We Mnet has given birth to Mzansi Mechi.
Of course.
What? They are there. And then there are productions that are being fed.
Of course.
They are changing. You understand? So the platform is there. Young John. However, we are not doing what's right to ourselves because we are not saying to ourselves, ethnic groups. Amachuta, there's a bakery and then there'll be a birth of in. Exponential business mindset.
Deviator from what we're talking about.
So now, Tina, we need to understand what's delaying us as the isizwe sabantu abamnyama esijideni. Into egrot esidileyayo. We are taking our eye off the ball. We don't sit with ourselves and say we believe what we believe in. Asiyilima. If the way singasiyilima ngakhona iyo lento esilimazayo because umuntu ohlakaniphile ulandela yonke into. But isilima stubborn kule nto ayifunayo azaphumelela kule nto ayifunayo. Mele sibe yilima. We need that. Even nomfazi wakho fanele umfazi wakho abe isilima. Enough that ngiyakholelwa kule nto le eyenzwa ile ndoda.
Be colonized.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about marriage.
We have to talk about
going to talk about it. Marriage as a liberation tool.
Yeah. And marriage as a colonization tool. And there's no way you could be in marriage or in friendship and don't colonize people and don't believe that. We need to colonize one another. We must sing it every time masimbona siyazi ukuthi uzokhuluma ngani. uJerry masimbona siyazi ukuthi fanele sibehave kanjani. That's colonization.
And it's not out of pretense. It's out of appreciation of the fact that ever since I learned 1, 2, 3, 4, I've become a better version of myself. Being more honest, being bold enough to approach certain. There's quite a number of things. So the question that we'll ask you guys is that what is your delay? What has been your delay, and how have you come out of that?
My biggest delay was that I didn't understand the essence of time. You understand? I didn't understand why we were more went into what you are spending your time. When I touch as a commodity, you understand? I had an opportunity to go and do what's right and come back and help. But instead I wanted to go with people. Lab. You understand? So that was my biggest delay. Number 2, choosing partners. I was never good in choosing partners. I was very fucked up. Very fucked up mentality in terms of choosing partners.
I was going to ask you.
I was very weak. I don't want to lie. It's evident from all those relationships that failed. I was part of them, and the one person who got wrong was me because when of course I made them look my way. Of course. And mess up. I'm telling you, chaos. I dated women with children, but I didn't have children at that time. Now the question was, how was I going to handle what I didn't know? Okay. I couldn't be a leader because I didn't know what leadership in that form of a structure. I dated women and so they know what they want and bona bafuna ukulungisa amaphutha amanye amadoda kimi.
Wow.
You understand? I've came across relationships where they are attached with families. One ucherwa khona uzele nje nomndeni wonke sewuthenga ama-champagne emishadweni yalapho wenzani siyenza ama-tombstone emizini yabantu amatshe itupe and thinking these are blessings. I did a lot of fucked up things. But then ukphuma out of those things, I had to check imap yakhona. And how I checked the map was that yini engafect time.
Okay. Mina, my biggest delay was my pursuit for a comfort from a limited perspective, because I used to think that where I am now as a teacher, having a stable income, it's comfort. Only to find routine. I have an appetite for other things, which like propels me to like generate, I want to expand my income and so forth. And then where I am, it's not allowing me for me to, and it's frustrating on its own to be in that kind of a position. And then my other delay was the fact that I dwelled too much on other people's stories. And I was afraid of poverty as well. My fear for poverty, thinking that this is poverty. Like when I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's poverty. So that's the fear, that's the delay. And now I'm prepared for poverty. In pursuit of what is meaningful, in pursuit of what fulfills me as a person.
Engathi angiyazi. Yes, siyabonga bafethu. Sizobonana very soon. Sibonge kakhulu. Please upress lapha ku subscribe. Bafethu nibizaneni ni share. Nise yonke indawo bafethu. Abakwazi ukukhatha ama clip nikhatheni nifake ku TikTok. Bafethu into eniyithandile nje nidonse eninyanyisile futhi nidonse. Naleyo othi ufuna ukuzenza ngathi bongayithandi emilini yakho isike uzombonisa naye share athi kibana babanyonsanga
uyidlale kaningi
sinyonsane nje sinyonsane bafethu sibonge kakhulu from kuBonginkosi wakamqwathi
uhatebe hashtag this is not intelligence
ikhona lamajita bafethu